your girl Gypsy, and I'm back. I hope you guys are happy to see me. Giving you this shirt is looking kind of tight because my titties, but we go work on that. If this is your first time seeing my video, make sure you like, comment, share. Well, you can just give a girl a like, you know, it's free. Support me. You could definitely give me a like. I really appreciate those. Anyway, so today I was like, I have a meeting later, and I was like, let me go ahead and do this wig review or whatever for this wig I've been trying to do, and I've just been so busy, so I haven't had time to do it. So I know I'm in my 90s shirt, but I literally wore this because this box can open, and I have to put on business attire for the meeting. I got my pullover over there ready to go, but honestly, this is for when I'm done, and I took a shower, so I'm feeling good. I got my coffee ready to go. You know we love us to start. I didn't feel like dropping away to Starbucks, so I was like, let me just go to my local grocery store. Oh, this is, by the way, I don't know, she's not even, this is the butter lace, y'all, and I blew her out and I put some mousse in it. She looks so, well, this is obviously day 2, but day 1 she was cute. She was giving bohemian curly, and I love me a curl pattern, so she looks really cute. Like I said, you may not like the tattered look, but you know, when it's curly hair, the more worn, the more natural. You do with that what you will. Anyways, so here's the wig we're reviewing today, and I did not get her in black. I got her in a nice, I think it's balayage. So there's colors at the bottom. The lace, I'm loving the lace because it's full, so it's gonna give you full forehead. Although if y'all know me by now, y'all know my hairline is where did she come from? Where did she go? I don't know. We're gonna figure that out though. I'm gonna do her, and I have a tiny head, so let me go ahead and pin this now. I was gonna do a full face. I'm lying. I'm gonna have to do full face because I have a meeting, and I want to get these people around for their money. You gotta love an investor meeting, baby. You gotta love it. So obviously I'm gonna go ahead and color. I always color the lace first with my foundation. Let me do that first. While I'm doing this, I might as well put on my lashes too, child. 2 birds, 1 stone. I don't know. I came into like a whole new chapter lately, and me and my homegirl was on the phone the other day talking about it, and it is so crazy how it took. Well, it didn't take much for me, especially, but a lot of people are coming to like this new thing. A lot of women per se are coming into this new wave. It's like nothing's wrong with being independent and going for your own. Like, of course, we still got a lot of women out here who are stuck in that like I need a man thing, but nevertheless, a lot of women who grew up with like the proper support system and like family, even friends. Like, you don't need like family. Like, you could have friends with a good head on their shoulder and they motivate you to like, girl, no, you're not gonna settle for shit. You feel me? And that move is amazing. I'm loving it. It's honestly scary too, because I've been an entrepreneur, I want to say almost my whole life. Like a little hustler. I don't want to say entrepreneur because, you know, some people are too stickler. But I was an entrepreneur once I became, 20? But I was always a hustler since I was young, okay? I was always a little hustler when I was young. And I've noticed that, especially like, in case you haven't noticed, I'm black. So like, these things don't necessarily go over well for us versus other people. Like, for example, when black women tend to date black men, for example. So a lot of times when black men hear that you're like an entrepreneur, when you're a black woman, we get either the dudes who want to take advantage, or we get instantly prototyped as like a bitch. Now listen, we all know how that works. In order for you to honestly be a business person, let's be honest, you gotta be mean. I don't mean like mean as in like fuck you and no, but you gotta be to the point. You gotta be blunt. You gotta get your point across. You gotta make sense. You gotta come with facts and stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, obviously I'm not a boss in every dynamic of my life, right? I'll need somebody for certain things. Like, I'm not gonna get outside and cut that tree. Best believe I'm gonna hire somebody to do that. But in my specific expertise of where I do business, trust and believe, baby, you got to be well skilled and degree to tell me what I need to do. And nothing's wrong with that, because we all are skilled in our specific dynamics of life where we are, right? If you were a baker, who the hell am I to walk into your kitchen and tell you how to stir that batter? Baby, what? No. We get prototyped, we get categorized a lot, especially in the community of where you are. If you're a black woman with some kind of authority, you're instantly a bitch. Now, I don't get called a bitch. Hold on, let me focus real quick. So I am done with the lashes. I just wanted to check to make sure that they were somewhat even. So yeah, like back to what I was saying. So I'm about to do the foundation right now on her. I was saying, like, I've noticed this weird shift, right? The women I've always dealt with in my life, they've always been entrepreneurs. Like, I've honestly only been around most entrepreneurs, and I mean, that's no shade to nobody. Like, I've always been around entrepreneurs. Like, when I was going to school for my esthetician, it's like, who do you think you're gonna be around? These are all people that want to do stuff. Like, they want to dominate certain industries. But what I'm saying is, like, I've never seen women on no, what are you doing? So anyways, what I'm saying is, I've never in my life run into women, especially in fields that I've been in, that have been on some like, we hate men. In my careers, I've never been around these women that people like on the internet are talking about that are like, oh, we hate women. I'm not saying that they don't exist. Dude, listen. If I'm gonna tell you anything, baby, I'm saying I don't know. I ain't saying they don't exist. I'm saying I've never been around them, and in my field of work, like throughout my life, I've always been in these places where I'm around women who strive for these kind of things, like stuff that I'm interested in. So to me, I can only speak for the women that I'm talking about, because like I said, I'm not saying that these women don't exist, all right? The women that are like, we hate men, cut all they I'm not saying that I'm advocating for those women who exist that some of y'all were talking about, y'all. Talking about cut your little, put them in a bag, ship them at sea, throw away the key. Listen, I don't know about them women, but listen, I know for a fact it takes a lot for women to get to that point. So what are we really talking about? Anyways, but no, I'm just saying in my field, like I'm always around women who have companies and businesses who are growing and trying to grow or coming out of like certain adversities. So and you would think they would be the ones that they be talking about. They don't though. These women be hurt, abused, cheated on, just ridiculed and all kinds of ways. You would think they would hate men the way that y'all out here, these dudes be out here talking about. And I just don't see that. So it's like amazing to me. But like I said, I can only speak for the women I know, and they don't do that. So for the women that I know who don't do that, girl, baby, let me tell you something. I made a vlog the other day and I was talking about like how I've become so peaceful in solitude. And it's like, it's just so crazy to me. I get online just to immerse myself in like other communities and what's going on around the world, in other communities and things like that. Mind you, I have WhatsApp, so I see a little bit of what's going on around the world, but you know what I mean. Like, so as far as social media is concerned, what they talking about? What nonsense is going on in the dawn of the dawns that your girl ain't peeping on? Because I'm so busy doing other stuff sometimes, I forget I'm human. I need a drink for this. We got the drink. Back to the convo. Obviously, I'm still preparing the wig. I just got done putting the foundation on the lace. I'm gonna put that on my head and stick it. But I want y'all to take me serious when I'm talking. Because once the wig come off for you, you're not gonna take me serious, girl. Don't lie. When I take off don't do me. Anyway, so you're not gonna take me serious and I'm not gonna play the game with you. No. Let me get a few sips in. Oh, it's really good. Basically, the vlog I did the other day, it should probably be posted before this video, but I was just in the car chilling and I was like, I have gotten to the point in my life where I'm not even in my 30s yet, y'all. I'm late 20s. I have gotten to the point in my life where I don't care. I am not that chick that wants to get married, and I hate to say it, but I've never been that woman. I remember when I was in school in Texas, there were some girls that's like, there was their whole life like, I get married, I have kids. I was like, that's cute, do you, boo? And I feel like a lot of people will take that and run with it, like, oh, it's because you're black, oh, it's because you was put in a situation where you had no. I mean, I'm obviously blanc, I'm obviously black, right? But no, it's not because I was put in I had a 2-parent household. Birth parents or not, 2-parent household. I went to college, and then people, might take that and be like, oh, well, you're an exception to the rule. Am I though? Here's how I feel when people say exceptions to rule. Yes, you cannot live your life by being the exception to the rule, but how do you know that you're not the exception? Like, how do you know? How do you know you are not the exception to that exact rule? Like, when people throw that, I'm like, it's just y'all are just rebuttaling. Because that doesn't make any sense. How do you not know that you are not that exception to that exact rule until you live your life that way? Like, I don't get it. It's like when people say, oh, we should just, like, okay, something happens to a woman. You can't blame all men. Right, we can't. But how do we know you ain't the exception to the rule? I can be nice to everybody. How I know you ain't gonna be the one to follow me home and kill me? I don't know. So I'm gonna move safely. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people use that to me as a rebuttal when there's no other way that they can get around it. Like, you can say I'm the exception to the rule, but then it's like, okay, well, I have a whole friend group of that exact exception. Like, I just don't, girl, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll be that exception because that's all people are throwing at me. So people want to say, oh, you didn't want to get married because you're black. No. People who raised me were black. People who raised me were married. 2-parent household. So what are we really saying? Don't project that shit onto me. I feel like so many people have grown up in a world where they only see one goddamn box and they feel like everybody gotta want that box. I grew up with people, white, black, Asian, whatever. Listen, all of them, Asian, Creek, all of them. My background is very diverse. I speak very proper for a reason. So I don't get flagged, you know what I'm saying? I don't need my family popping up nowhere. Oh, what you do? No, I mean, I need that. So no, but like seriously, I feel like a lot of people are just so used to seeing that one specific box that if you step outside of it or if you like have any inclinations of anything other than that, oh baby, you crazy. Girl, you crazy. Where you come from? Oh, y'all the redheaded stepchild, you know, shit like that. When you have a child, you can go to the court and get legally binding things. You don't have to get married to make sure your child is okay. Obviously, it's good to want to marry the person you have a child with, but it's like, okay, well then, what about gay people? Like, what did they do before they could get married? And a lot of them still to this day, even though they got married, don't want to get married. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like so many people want to live in this straightforward, black and white, kumbaya. Like, it's not that way. Child, I don't know how I get over here. Anyways, I was talking about this. I was in the vlog the other day, child. And basically what I was saying was, I have gotten to the point in my late 20s-year-old life where I don't care to be with anyone, and I'm fine with that, right? And I was just sitting there chilling. The thought came to me because I was calling. Don't do me. I was calling to pay for. I was calling to re-enroll for my satellite radio. I was sitting there like, girl, you really paying for satellite radio? Like, are we really rich white woman tees? Like, girl, I was calling to pay for my satellite radio, and I was sitting in my car like, oh, girl, I was in my rich white woman feels. You feel me? I was saving my little channels, you know, my pops and my 80s through. And I ain't even know, listen, 80s ain't even mine, but we love the 80s. Your girl love the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, listen all day. 2000s, listen, I was having fun with my little satellite radio, and I was sitting back like, I'm craving grapes. I was like, I'm craving grapes, girl. I'm craving grapes and some cheese and some girl. And listen, that vlog is not up before this. Y'all kick my butt. Y'all can kick my butt because I deserve it. But no. So I was sitting there saying, I was just basically like, is this normal for like a Is this normal for like a 20-something-year-old to be thinking about? Because my high school group to my group now, baby, differs like so crazy. And it's like, when I think about it, when I was that age, I was like, that's old people shit. And I was saying to myself, like, this ain't old people shit, this is comfortable people shit. Like, I'm very comfortable. Like, I want to go home, soak my feet, get a nice glass of wine, and just enjoy peace. And it was like, bitch, I like being alone. And then they started to dawn on me like, who said being alone was a bad thing? Because that's also very misleading. Didn't we come out of the cooter alone? We came out alone, and then our mother is the one who was like, chest, skin to skin, so you know your mom. But you are alone, unless you're a twin, right? But I see how y'all be acting in the womb when y'all twins, so I'm side-eyeing y'all too. Y'all be out there eating each other. But no, seriously, the whole point of what I'm saying is, a lot of women that I know in my personal life, and you can call us exceptions to the rule if you want to, if that makes you feel okay, girl. But a lot of people in my social circle, the people that I work with business, a lot of them are either like some are married, but a lot of them are single. Apparently, I got the same mindset. Like, if you talk to them, it's not our priority to be in a relationship. Like, don't get us wrong, we're not like avoiding men, right? We're not avoiding other spouses, but we are putting ourselves a little bit higher on that pedestal. We are no longer caring, if that makes sense, if you are interested or not. Bitch, I'm going to IV clinics. Like, I'm sorry. Can you go on a date with me to an IV clinic? And if you have to ask me what that is, there we go. So a lot of us that I'm noticing are taking the route of just improving themselves, like the women in general. I know men this way as well, but people discard them because they're gay men. So I guess gay men don't, whatever. A lot of women that I've known, and I'm starting to see a lot of rise upon it, is they're often out of being in relationships, and it's not, like I said, because they don't want to be in a relationship. A lot of them just want to prioritize themselves. I go to the gym at 5 a.m. every morning. I didn't go this morning because I had a meeting, and I was just like, let me clean up and get dinner or something ready, and then go to my meeting. And then I was just like, I might as well, you know. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like a lot of women are so immersed in other people's opinions and how they should live their lives that it will fuck you up big time. Like, woo, if I would have known what I knew now in my late 20s, I would have never listened. My daughter is something that I wanted. Obviously, I had my reproductive issues, so she's my miracle baby, but at the same time, a child that I didn't want, right? She wasn't like a child that I just, no, me and her father was together long time. But here's what I'm saying. If I would have known what I knew now, I would have never been in a long-term relationship. You could call that hoe activities, you could call it whatever you want, because some people are just so short-minded. But no, I would have focused strictly on me, my career, and my health. And people are like, it's like when women say that, people go to these weird directions. Like, what do you mean? I want to prioritize a relationship. I would have prioritized me. When you are in a relationship, it's not you. What? Like, it's math, right? When you're in a relationship, it's not just you, it's that person plus you. So now you have to take into consideration them and their feelings and what they want to do. And it's like, half the time, let's be honest, half the time, women are doing more of that than the men, right? If it's two women, then it's different, because I've dated women too. But if it's two women, usually it's a give and take. It's usually somewhat even with women. With men, unless it's a man that, I want to say a man that is in tune with their emotional development, mental development. But I mean, like, when you going to get that under the age of 25? You tell me, what man do you know under the age of 25 that's going to be on that kind of steez? They're not. You tell a man that you got your own place and he's 19, 20, girl, he's moving in. He's like, what? No. You can still after the fish across the, no, listen, no, we're not going to play that. We're not going to play that. No. These are lies. These men are sometimes just, they want a mother and they find a girl with a good head on their shoulder and boop, there you go. The more you know. And I'm not trying to be petty, but it's true. If I would have known what I know now in my late 20s, what I knew when I was 18, 19, I would have never prioritized being in a relationship. Love is great, but love is also a chemical fucking imbalance in your brain. I'm being real though. Love is great, but let's not forget, love is just a chemical imbalance in your goddamn brain telling you really are infatuated with that person. That shit disappears. That shit can fade away. Which is why I say, like, prioritize yourself and have fun, but don't prioritize a relationship over yourself. Like, that's mad crazy. You're gonna get to a point where you're gonna be like 4 or 5 years down the line and it's like, damn, should I have done something else? You should. You should have. Yeah. Once you pop out a baby, you didn't put a nail in that coffin, because it's gonna be one, hardy for to leave that man. Two, if you were not already somewhat independent or have your own before that man, but what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? There's no conversation. Like I said, I may be that exception to that wonderful rule you love to throw around. But in all honesty, I've always had my own money, always had my own vehicle, you know, so it was never an issue for me to get up and go. But being in a very I was in my relationship with my daughter's dad, which is why I was very okay with having, you know, like, okay, in my situation, I was very okay with having a child because we get along. And I mean, we really get along. Like, I'm not saying that to, do you know me? Girl, trust and believe. We really get along. We was in a relationship for over 11 years. Do you get what I'm saying now? Because it just keeps going. Like, you may have these doubts in the, like, midway in, but you also have doubts like, what if you leave and then this is the best you're gonna get? Get that shit out of your head. Get it out of your head. Get it out of all these people on this world, and we worried about if we leave this one motherfucking person. Girl, and I'm talking to myself and I'm talking to you, or whoever made to hear this. All these people in this world, and we worried about if we leave this one goddamn sardine. Girl, no, leave. Go and live your life and enjoy and experience things that you should experience. Now, me, like I said, I'll be the exception to that rule, but I never prioritized marriage. I never wanted to get married, and it could be because, like I said, the way I grew up, people want to make, oh, you probably was a single mom. No. Now what? I never prioritized it because I saw, like, you could get a lot more done single than married. And I just never valued, like, the whole tied down thing. And marriage is honestly a business. So if I don't see business, like, I don't know. And I'm a businesswoman. If it doesn't make sense, it don't make sense. I'm not gonna get married. And when you have a child, there's still things you could do legally to protect your child. My daughter has what she needs to have. Let me not talk. She got what she needs to have. And I feel like a lot of people are so stuck in this box and seeing stuff straight through this one way that y'all block your own blessings, and it's crazy. I literally was sitting there in my car to that girl craving grapes and cheese and crackers. Let me put on this wig. Don't do me. You're not gonna catch me slipping. Hold on. I'm a fucking fool. I'm a bitch. This wine got me tipsy. You not gonna be fighting with my head. Fight with me or with my own head. Excuse me, ma'am. What am I talking about? Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, like, I go get facials. Like, I just prioritize myself in that. Like, it's great to have, like, a friend around. It's great. I'm not saying, like, don't deny entertaining opportunities, but I'm also saying, like, don't jump in a relationship just to jump in a relationship, child, because it's not worth it. And it's so weird how people prioritize. Like, I call myself getting online, like, let's see what's going on in the world. My little silly ass. I jump on that talking about something. Let's see what's going on in the world, bitch. Y'all can have that. Y'all got men out here talking about modern women and girl, what the hell? You got passport bros. I'm sitting there like, what is all, like, y'all are weird. First of all, from what I gathered, passport bros have existed before time was time. So I guess it's because black men are trying to become oh Lord, let them have it, child. Let them have it. Because you know what it does? It tells people who the real degenerates. I hate to say it, but like, y'all think people don't see y'all? Y'all think people don't see you? Like, that has existed long before time was time. And I feel like if they want to become the face of it, let them. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about as far as like the whole passport thing, you could do your own deep dive because I fell into that hole. But let them have it, girl. It ain't nothing worth fighting for. This is more of an issue for like black people, in all honesty. But yeah, let them have it. Because it's just showing people that the degeneracy. This ain't nothing new. If you from the Caribbean, we know all about sailors. Listen, nothing new at all, my girl. Nothing new at all. Oh my! That's not my fault. No, I caught myself getting on like YouTube, going to like, cause I don't really, I watch like specific channels. I don't really go like to the free page and like trying to see what's popping up. Girl, when I say I was scared, I was clutching every bit of my pearls. I was clutching my pearls, and girl, I didn't know what to do. I feel like I had luggage. Anyways, they talking about modern women and traditional, and we want Asian women, and I'm like, men are scary. Girl, men is scary. First of all, y'all telling me this shit on something predatory, and then you got women trying to chastise other women. Y'all is fucking crazy. You got women telling other women that being a boss is a bad thing, and I'm like, but don't we want boss men? Like, aren't men bosses? Why is this a bad thing? Why is a woman being a boss to her feel bad? And then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, because they equate bosses with bitches, right? But it's cute for a man to be an asshole. Gotcha. So it's okay for a man to be an asshole. But we, as women, cannot be bitches. Because last time I checked, The Devil Wears Prada was a fucking box office. What you call it when movies do, like, really great? Yeah, box office. See, that's how you know English is not my box office success. Right? The Devil Wears Prada not a box office success? In LA, it was a whole ass cold ass bitch. So cold. She was cold. And that was a success. My thing is this. The people who complain about women with like education and careers, I honestly feel as though they're just low-key projected, because those women would not give them the time of day. And I feel like if that's like, why? If you don't like those women, why do you pursue them? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't like you, I'm not gonna sit down and talk about you. Because I don't like you. Like, I don't like you. So I'm not gonna sit down and talk to you or talk about you for hours if I don't like you. Like, it's so weird. And it's like, that's how, y'all are scary. Because it's like, y'all sit here, well, not y'all, but like from the videos I watched so far, I'm not gonna name names because baby, but the videos I did watch, it was low-key kind of creepy, because it's like, y'all dedicate whole podcasts to bashing women and then turn around and say you would never date these women. Can somebody make it make sense? Because I'm not following. So I might look crazy right now, but it is what it is. So here's a wig. After like an hour, right? Let's see what she does. Y'all did this backwards. Y'all got to work with me. Oh my god. Oh, she fits snug. Oh. So anyways, so she just look a little crazy right now. Ooh. Okay. Now, obviously, your girl is tipsy, so I don't care that much. I do a little bit. Let me finish what I was saying. Basically, it's creepy because these men that are talking about these women claim that they would never date these women. And it's like, why do you dedicate so much time and your energy to something you don't like? It's really weird and like unproductive. If I don't like you, I'm not about to kick it with you. I'm not about to spend my time around you. And it's like, I think they really like these women. These women that they're talking about, they want these women to change. And the women that are that way, they don't give them the time of day. And I feel like that's what it really is. Because we have a lot of dudes, like I see all the time. Look at all these women that are on the news that get like, I hate to say it, but like, trigger warning, kidnapped and like abused. These are usually women that are telling these men now. You remember that thing when like New York, when the girl wanted to buy her some wine and she told the dude no? And like they beat her up. These are usually women that won't give them the time of day. And it's like, just go find the women that y'all want. Like, I don't get it. Why are you trying to take a woman that is nowhere in your league and make her in your league? It's like the entitlement of it all. Girl, be single. I just feel like they try to make it seem as though being single is the worst thing of all. And it's like, is it though? Is being single really the worst thing that could ever happen to a woman? Or is it the worst thing that could happen to a man? I feel like that's really what it is. Y'all don't want women to be single because that forces y'all to be single. I think that's really what it is. I think y'all scared. And that's really what it is. Y'all is scared out here in these streets. Alright, y'all, so I'm back and I just had to cut the lace because I was not trying to mess her up. Your girl is tipsy, so I would definitely mess it up a little bit. And as you know, I did not do a ball cap method. I just threw on my wig cap and did her good. So back to what I was saying. I'm gonna do the wig reveal now for all those who turn up to see what the wig looks like. I got y'all. Hold on. So what I was saying was, a lot of people, like the women who feel like they want to be, like they have to be in a relationship with these dudes, want to. So you would think, right, common sense, mathematics, that they would go to the women who want to be in a relationship with them. But they don't. They want to sit online and talk about the women who don't want them. And it's really weird. I have never been, well, if I have, I didn't know. But I ain't never been in a relationship, like put into a situation where I feel like I had to be with somebody, right? Like, oh, I'm lying. I guess you could say my daughter's dad. Like, I kind of, in the beginning, I was like, well, I'm in love. I have to be with him because I'm in love, right? But let's be real. Like I said earlier, love is an experience, that is amazing and wonderful, but it's also a chemical imbalance. It's also a chemical imbalance, and I'm sorry to say, but it can fade. It may not last forever, and love for women is a lot different from love for men, because you have to remember that men a lot of times do not mature till they're about 30 or 40. Unless he's the exception to the rule, then he's probably gonna just be like the other men who may treat you wrong or whatever. My whole thing is like, I don't even really care about that shit. My whole thing was this: nothing's wrong with being single, girl. Hear me now. Nothing's wrong with being single. If you feel like you get more fulfillment in your own solitude and your own peace, baby, do that. Run you a hot bath, get your bath salts. You live in your own solitude. If you feel like you're in a relationship that's not fulfilling you, can you please put you first now? Like, can you please stop? Like, that's what I'm saying. When you get in a relationship with people, you always put that other person before yourself. If you are not happy and you know for a fact you'd probably be better off single, girl, do I need to say it? Girl, go be single. Be single. If you cannot leave, oh my light. If you cannot leave and you feel like you have no income, save up, get some kind of passive income where you don't have to do much. You know, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, shit, do drop shipping or something. Do something cheap and quick. Go work at a diner. Go work at a bank. Get you some money so you can leave, because that's the worst situation to be in, where you feel like you have to be up under someone, right? I'm just saying, girl, bye. You know how happy I'll be when I wake up in my bed with nobody in it? Can we get a sip to that? Baby, to go downstairs and the house is left just how I left it. Well, I have a 4-year-old, so I mean, hell, that can vary, but you get what I'm saying. I like to get up and go. People might be like, well, you have a child, so what? She gets up and goes right along with me. Like, what do you mean? If I have to go somewhere that I can't bring her, we have babysitters. Or her father is in her life. So, like I said, I might be an exception, girl. But I'm just saying, as far as being single, I'm still with a whole child. And I still advocate for women being single, developing their own personal self-skill, bettering themselves, and putting themselves first. I don't, like, what do you mean? Like, you should have the choice. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom and go through what you want to go through, do it. But what I'm saying is, why are y'all like, and it's not y'all, I don't say y'all, but like when I got on you, when I jumped on that social media, baby, the comments to the men, scary. Like the ownership, the entitlement, like who the fuck are you to tell me that I should be with somebody? Like, what? That's mad weird. Hold on, let me do the wig reveal before my light go out. I really didn't care for the baby hairs, but I didn't do a ball cut method. We gonna do what it is. So, am I giving you vice principal? I sure hope not, child. And she's very bouncy. She's very cute. Now I can go ahead and get what I was saying was basically, girl, do you. Be happy. Be single. Better your career, better education. And honestly, social media is social media. But if you are that person that has like people giving you bad advice in your ear, and you know for a fact you'd be better off doing your own thing, drop those friends. Hell, move. See, I'm a cutthroat. I'm a Virgo. I'm a cutthroat bitch. Listen, if you're not getting what you need to get from the corner that you're in, move. Cut them all off. Unless you're crazy. Because if you're crazy, then they might be trying to help you out. But a crazy person don't know they're crazy. So I'm gonna put that I'm gonna just seat that right there. I'm gonna just put that chair right there. But yeah. So y'all, I hope you guys are having a great day. And if you took anything from this conversation, I'm your girl. You could definitely come with me with any of your crazy ideas or your conversations. Because if you are a girl like me, we in the same boat. I see you. We see each other. Okay? I see you, you see me. We don't play it over here. We don't play it over here. And if a man do want to be in your life, you don't have any children with him, or you like plan to marry him, please make it an equal level ground. Because one thing I can tell y'all, like I say, people love to call me the exception to the rule, but it is what the fuck it is. My daughter's father paid all the bills, and I still worked and had my own income. So if you're gonna do that, do it right. And you might be like, well, love. Yeah, love is cute and all, bitch, when you're fucking. Love is cute when you're fucking, but I mean, love is cute when you're having sexual intercourse. Love is cute when you're fornicating. But baby, in the real world, love don't pay bills. I said that. Love pay bills. If I do, tell them to call me. I want that love. I want that love. I want it 10 times more. You feel me? Unless you're not the act of love, but that's an act, right? That's you doing something out of love, but you still paying my bills. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't always that way, right? But as we grew, quickly became that way. I still love him. So I mean, like. What are you gonna say about that? I still love him. Put on my bills and I still love him. To let you know what. You can call me a gold digger. Yeah, but I love a man who was paying on my bills. Am I a gold digger or am I just slow? I'm just neither. I'm just someone who lives in the real world, and yeah. That's how everybody else works. Everybody else in my circle works. It's common sense to me. So like these arguments I see online are just so weird, so obtuse. It makes no sense, has no clear framework. It's honestly like just men hating women. And then there's the other side where like women hate men. And it's just like me in the middle, like, what the fuck is going on here? Get me out. But yeah, I hope you guys tune in. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please make sure you like, comment, and leave a wonderful message for me. I do love reading y'all comments. Y'all have me dying. And yeah, I hope I'll see you in the next vlog.